Meeting. My name is Mark, and I'm your facilitator. So, welcome. Is this anyone's first time at the Dharma Bone Temple? Hi, welcome. Anyone else? First time here? First time at this particular meeting? Okay, welcome. So this is an hour-long meditation. We'll have a couple meditation periods broken up by discussion. And this is being a Zen meditation, we try to follow that format. So you won't hear me talking, so it's not a guided meditation. So I won't be speaking during the meditation. And I really won't even be prompting, like sometimes some of the meditations here, they'll prompt during the meditation to like come back, like where's your mind and stuff like that. So I won't be doing that. So we'll just be sitting in silence. And so with Zen meditation, or any meditation, important point is your posture. So as much as possible, try to sit up. And so whether you're sitting in a chair, or you guys are doing a great job on the cushion. And so posture is very important, mainly just to maintain your focus, your concentration. You tend to, like if you're focused on a straight back and head forward, and your alignment, you tend to stay awake, stay alert, and that's meditation, not falling asleep. So the posture is very important. The hand posture, you can have them in your lap. A lot of Zen, Zen centers do this cosmic mudra with the thumbs and palms, and the thumbs lightly touching. Eyes, typically in Zen meditation, we keep our eyes very slightly open and sort of just gazing downward. And what else? Thinking. So there's actually something in this book. It's called Zen Meditation in Plain English. And I just want to read one paragraph about thinking. And this is by John Daishin Buxbazen. And he is a Zen Buddhist priest at the Zen Center of Los Angeles. So he mentioned about thinking. I really like what he said. He said, counting the breath is a very simple thing to do, but it's not easy. So it's one thing that they often recommend in meditation is to count your breath to 1 to 10. So counting the breath is a very simple thing to do, but it's not easy. One thing most people have trouble with when starting out is that they keep thinking thoughts and find this distressing. To put this in perspective, let's take a look at the two kinds of thinking that concern us. First of all, since the nature of the human brain is to generate thoughts continuously, nobody need feel upset when this occurs. Anyone who is not unconscious or brain damaged will produce one thought after another. This is quite normal. So these innocent flashes of mental activity, random thoughts, are not a problem in sitting. So they are simply the natural action of a healthy brain. If you tried to stop those random thoughts, you would have a very hard time and might go into a trance-like state that is not at all what zazen is. Zazen is just another word for meditation. It's a Japanese word. So in zazen, you are not trying to stop all thoughts from occurring. On the other hand, there is a kind of thinking that is precisely what you must let go of when you sit, for otherwise it will dominate your mind as it has all your life. That form of thought is called discursive thought or sequential thought. It is a thought with a storyline, a continuing theme, for it consists of a progression of ideas arising originally from a spontaneous and random thought and gradually turning into an elaborate theatrical or philosophical production that takes you quite effectively out of your concentration and stirs up the surface of the water of the mind. So basically, like, I don't know, whatever was going on with you today, whether it was something at work or at home or on the freeway, or something that happened in the past, or something that might happen in the future, we start thinking about it, and we just, we have a thought, oh, that situation at the grocery store and how rude that person was and who do they think they are, or the person on the freeway. We just build on that thought. Or for me lately, it's been politics, like the upcoming election. I'm find myself scrolling through media and kind of obsessively, but so you have that stuff going on in your mind, who's Kamala going to pick for her vice president, and then down, and on and on and on. It just goes on and on. So you could spend a whole 20 minutes in meditation and not even be aware of it, that you've got this whole storyline going on. And, you sat for 20 minutes in silence, but is that really meditation? So the goal is to not beat yourself up that you're thinking about, that you keep having all these thoughts coming up and popping up, and that it's going to just keep popping up like a Kamala meme, just coconuts dropping out of the sky, and it just goes. So the idea with the Zen meditation is to catch those thoughts, and really the best thing for most people. I've been practicing Zen meditation for like 7 years, and I still pretty much focus on counting or my breath. And so you catch your thoughts. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't judge yourself. Just say, okay, thinking, and go back to your number one with your breath. And so it's a practice. That's why they call it practice. We're practicing practicing the meditation. So I think I lost where but to deal with either random thoughts or discursive thoughts, the procedure is the same. As soon as you realize what is happening, stop, go back to one, and start counting again with renewed vigor. If you only have random thoughts from time to time, you can just keep going and ignore them. But if the random thoughts start turning into a stream of consciousness soliloquies, then you will find it most useful to simply return to one and start your counting again. So we're going to go ahead and meditate. Does anybody have any questions about that? Meditation here? No? Okay. So I'm going to ring the bell at the beginning, and then we'll sit for maybe 20 minutes, and then I'll ring the bell again, and we can have a little talk. Okay? to Joy and Darla online. Sorry, I didn't welcome the online folks at the beginning, but if you have any comments or questions, feel free to post those in the chat. Anyone have any comments or want to share anything related to the last 20 minutes of their Zen meditation?
When I first started learning Zen meditation, I was taught breath counting. And what I learned that my mind was able to do was count and think at the same time. So it was just wasted time, you know. So now what I do is I focus my attention as much as I can on each breath, like what does it feel like in my body, the temperature, the texture, and I just do that, and because that seems to focus me better than counting. Because you can count in the background while you're thinking. It's just not helpful. Did you ever have that experience?
Good point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I caught myself thinking for the first 5 minutes, and then I was like, practice what you preach here. You know?
It's a good thing nobody could hear that you were thinking, right?
Exactly. Yeah, people could hear these thoughts.
I know, right?
In AA, they say, stay out of the neighborhood between your ears. Channel K, F-U-C-K. Anybody else? Okay. I like this book because in the back there's some frequently asked questions related to Zen meditation. Should I try to make my mind blank? So John Buxbazen says, a blank mind is not what sitting is about. Thank God. To sit is to be at home, to be upright. It is to be intimate, relaxed, and yet alert. Without daydreaming, thinking, or blanking out, we count or watch our breath and allow experiences to pass unpursued and unavoided. Gradually, in sitting, a deeper and clearer awareness of who we are, of what our life is, becomes possible. The illusory gap between inner and outer worlds is gradually or suddenly seen for what it is, and in this way, we can be more fully in touch with our world and relate to it more compassionately and productively. Anybody have any comments on that, or bring up anything? Yes.
Yes, I have a question. Is that quote hinting at what the Hindu folks call the non-dual consciousness, or the inner and outer, that imaginary barrier between the inner life and the outer world?
It could be. That quote, is it the non-dual? That's above my pay grade for this. But yeah. We often think we're separate when in fact, we're all interconnected, really. And, I was thinking the other day, 2024. And where are we going to all be in 21-24? And where I have all this stuff. I've lived in this house since 1992, and I keep getting more and more stuff since then. And I'm like, where's all this stuff going to go? Where's it all going to be in 2024? I mean, 21-24, 100 years from now. So I don't know if that has anything to do with non-dual, but just this whole that concept of permanence and impermanence is a big part of Zen Buddhism. Attachment, clinging. I just completed 36 days of radiation for cancer. So every day from June 4th to July 24th, Monday through Friday, I went up to La Jolla and had radiation treatment. And they're not going to tell me whether it was successful until October.
Why?
Because I don't know, for whatever reason, the blood work that they need to do to test. So it gives me 3 months to cling and attach, or to practice this being present in the moment, one day at a time. And this practice is just so vital for somebody like me, who has got the the hamster and the mind that just keeps going. I got a hamster in my head, But yeah, so this wanting to know answers. Where are we going to be? What's going to happen? So, and Zen is all about, they say, oh, you're so Zen. Robin, you're so Zen, for anybody. And it's about being in the moment, being present. Because that's all we have, is just right now, right here. So, which is what going back to one, the breath. Yep.
I know that sometimes when my mind is just going nuts during supposedly meditation, I would finally, I discovered that sometimes I would come up with the question, or my mind would come up with the question, what a waste of time, or, what in the world is this about? And then I finally discovered an answer that would, and I would say, well, at least it's calming me, taking me into the parasympathetic nervous system, and then I could just calm down. Not that my mind shut off, but it was like an answer to that logical mind, and it's like, oh, okay, and I can settle in and then go back to the breath. So it wasn't fighting with it. It was like, yeah, this is worth the time.
Yeah, right.
And why that answered my mind, I don't know, but it works. Yeah, especially on those days when my mind is just on the proverbial hamster wheel. Yeah.
And that it's okay to sit for a minute or 5 minutes. I remember in 2000 when I just started meditating a little bit, but I could only do it for a minute, But They say you can stop anytime throughout the day and just take 3 deep breaths. You know, just to recenter. Mini Zen meditation, even if it's 3 breaths, you know, just to give you enough time to pause instead of maybe saying something that you're going to regret, or, you know, writing something with flipping somebody off. So. Okay, want to do another one? This will be a little shorter. anybody have any comments or anything you'd like to share about this meditation practice or anything? You know, speaking of non-dualism, I don't quite fully grasp it, but you know, Zen is not about grasping. So, I was at the first time I ever marched in the Pride Parade. Was it last weekend? It seems longer. With Dharma Bum Temple group. And I had that sense of like just being in the flow of that parade, and the only time I think I felt like a dualism was whether I should wave to this side of the crowd or that side of the crowd. But just being like immersed in that flow, that river of that parade was like kind of a feeling of non-dualism, I think. And then the next day on Sunday, going to the festival and seeing Sheila E. And I was by myself, and I like just walked up right to the stage, and the place was packed, and people were having so much fun, and I just felt like I was there, but I wasn't me. It's hard to explain. I was just like experiencing, and again, it's like just being in that moment. I was so immersed in the moment that, you know, and people say like doing things like being out in nature or, you know, exercising, or some people painting or knitting, or, you know, just being so immersed, and you're not thinking about yourself at that moment. You are the butterfly, or you are that hiking trail, or that bicycle, or just, to me, that sort of a little insight into Zen, you know. Not that we're trying to attain anything, because Zen is sort of not about accomplishing or obtaining something. But anyhow, do you want to come on up and we have some announcements?
It's easy.
Before
Hello everyone, I'm tonight's host, Vicky. We opened the Domann Temple 17 years ago to introduce Buddhist practice to those who show up. Those who lead are not nuns, monks, gurus, masters, and teachers, and are not looking for students. They are simply practitioners sharing their interpretation of the practice. Every night we have different classes led by different people from various Buddhist traditions. We have a recovery saga that meets several times a week for anyone with addiction, and our food redistribution program is every Thursday at 4:30. We have classes and programs every day, and everything we offer here is always free. The full schedule is on our website and also posted in the entryway above the shoe rack. We have a lending library. If you see a book you like, feel free to borrow it and then bring it back whenever you're finished with it. Please straighten your seat or cushion before you head out. And if a couple people could help latch the windows, that would be great. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And just before we leave, I forgot, I want to do the transfer of merit. So, sentient beings are numberless. I vow to save them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to put an end to them. The dharmas are boundless. I vow to master them. The Buddha's way is unattainable. I vow to attain it. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming. Come back again. And thanks, everyone online, for joining. Have a good evening.
Got all that?
Got it.